This video will guide you through all the steps needed to set up Atola Insight Forensic system for the first time, including the DiskSense 2 hardware unit and software components. You will learn how to install Atola software, configure your network, connect and then turn on the DiskSense unit, and finally how to activate Atola Insight Forensic software. Before we begin, let's check what we'll need in the process. Atola Insight Forensic software runs on a PC with Windows version 10 or later. These are the minimum and recommended requirements for PC hardware. Also, before starting the setup procedure, turn the DiskSense 2 unit over and write down the device serial number, located on the bottom side. You will need this serial number to activate the operating software. Now, we are ready to go. We'll download and install the software first, and only then proceed to setting up, connecting, and powering on the hardware unit. Let's download the installation package for Insight Forensic software. Go to atola.com, then at the top, click Support and Download Insight Forensic software. On the Downloads page, find the latest version of the full installation package in either exe or zip format, as this is the best option for the initial installation. Download and then run the installation file. If Windows warns you about an unrecognized app, click Run Anyway and allow the app to make changes to your device. The installation package contains all the software components needed to run Atola Insight Forensic. They also include .NET and SQL Server by Microsoft. If you don't have them on your computer, the installer prompts you to install these components. Now, we proceed with the installation of Atola Insight Forensic itself. After the installation is finished, reboot your computer. Don't launch Insight Forensic software yet. Now you need to adjust the network settings on your PC. The DiskSense 2 hardware unit can be connected either directly to your computer, or through a network router or switch. If you plan to connect the DiskSense 2 hardware unit directly to your computer, we recommend using the static IP address. Here's how to configure your computer for this case. In Windows, open Network Connections, press Win+R, enter ncpa.cpl and click OK. Right-click your Ethernet adapter, and then select Properties. Select Internet Protocol version 4, and then click Properties. Enter the following network settings. IP address, 10.0.0.254, where last 3 digits can be any number from 1 to 254, except for 188. The default IP addresses of the DiskSense 2 unit are the following. The IP address of your PC's Ethernet card must be different from that of the DiskSense 2 unit. Network mask, 255.0.0.0. If your PC and the DiskSense 2 unit belong to different subnets, the connection can't be established. Gateway and DNS server fields can be left empty or set to any value. Click OK. If you want to connect the DiskSense unit using a network router or switch, the solution is simple. The Ethernet 2 port of DiskSense 2 is set to automatically receive a dynamic IP address from your network router. To use a dynamic IP address, on step 3, connect a network cable to the Ethernet 2 port of DiskSense 2. Now let's connect the DiskSense 2 hardware unit. Write down the device serial number. You'll need it to activate Insight Forensic software. Plug the power supply cable into the DC in socket on the back of the DiskSense 2 hardware unit. Connect an Ethernet cable to DiskSense 2. If you plan to use a static IP address, choose the Ethernet 1 port. If you plan to use a dynamic IP address, choose the Ethernet 2 port. Connect the other end of the Ethernet cable to your PC or router. Now we are ready to power on DiskSense 2. Make sure that there are no USB devices plugged into the unit. Using the power switch on the back panel of DiskSense 2, power on the unit. Wait for the power LED on the back of the unit to stop blinking. When booting is finished, the unit's IP address appears on the IP screen on its front panel. Now, it's time to run and activate Atola Insight Forensic software. Launch the Atola Insight Forensic app. To prevent blocking communication between the software and DiskSense 2 hardware unit, allow access for Insight.exe in your firewall and anti-malware. Remember, to activate Insight Forensic software, you need the device serial number. It is located on the bottom of the DiskSense 2 unit. You can activate Insight Forensic either online or offline. In this video we will show the online activation process. To get guidance for offline activation, click the link in the video description below. To activate Atola Insight Forensic online, you need to have an internet connection on your computer. In the activation dialog, choose Online Activation and click Continue. Fill out all fields in the activation form and click Continue. Insight confirms that activation has been successfully completed. Click Finish. That's all. Now you can use your Atola Insight Forensic system to image evidence devices. Oh, by the way, you can run Atola Insight Forensic on several computers. Activation details are stored in the DiskSense 2 unit itself, so if you decide to install software on another computer, there's no need to reactivate it. Just remember that only one computer can use the DiskSense 2 unit at the same time.